Patti. How are you, family? It's so nice to have you drop by today. We're so glad you came to visit. It's always good when you come into our at-home kitchen. You know, I'm just, Paul bought me this for Valentine's Day. I have my own personal Kindle, and I love it because you can download whatever. It's not a commercial for them. I'm not getting anything. I'm just saying, for what I want to talk to you about, this is a perfect gift. Because you can download, I think when I asked for downloads for the Bible, I think there was 3,800 different types of Bibles you could download. And they're like $10 or less. Some of them maybe 15, but I mean really inexpensively. And what's nice about this, you can take this with you if you're on the bus, if you're in the car, you're waiting at the red light, whatever. And why it's so wonderful is because I believe that as Christians, when we seek God the first thing in the morning, the very first thing, I believe that it does something better for us and more for us than seeking Him late at night or before you go to bed. I believe that when He speaks about the first fruits, that God wants our first fruits. That's first fruits of our time, first fruits of our offerings, our paychecks. We take the tithe out first because the first fruits belong to the Lord. He blesses the rest that we have left. And when you seek Him first in the morning, there used to be a poem, seeking God first thing in the morning when the dew was still on the grass. And a beautiful, beautiful poem that speaks that when you do it then, God will give you something in His Word, or even as you're meditating in prayer, that will last for you the whole day. It'll change the outlook of the day. It will give you something to dwell, to your mind to dwell on, your thoughts to dwell on for the rest of the day. I cannot tell you how many times what the scripture I've read that morning, throughout the day, something's come up and I think, oh, but I just read that this morning, and God's Word says, and it has brought help, comfort to myself or to somebody else that I've been talking to or counseling with. So may I offer you today, give God some time every morning. You say, I don't have the time. You know what? If you have time to take a shower, you got 15 minutes to say, Lord, I'm opening the Word. I'm going to read some scripture. Doesn't have to be a whole chapter. Read a couple verses and then start thinking about it. Dwell on it and let it enrich your soul. And just utter a prayer to the Lord, and He will bless you for it. Now, after you do that, then you go in the kitchen and you make breakfast, because that's what we're doing today here in the at-home kitchen. I'm telling you, hang in there because you're not going to want to miss today's. This is special. There's a real big, special, wonderful idea at the very end you don't want to miss. All right, stay with us. Here's the hint. We'll be right back in just a minute. Here's today's at-home hint. Instead of storing asparagus in a bag from the supermarket, stand the stalks upright in a short glass filled with an inch of water. They'll stay fresh and slime-free for many days longer.
For updates, pictures, stories, and more, like us on Facebook. To watch hundreds of classic episodes, subscribe to us on YouTube. And to get hundreds of free recipes, visit ctvn.org/at-home.
Well, to get our breakfast specials going today, nothing says breakfast like a muffin. And Patty's going to make us some raspberry. These are lemon raspberries. I'm telling you what. And you make them with frozen, which I like. Yes, you do. So you don't have to spend a fortune for a couple little raspberries. And these are frozen, still frozen.
Still frozen.
And what are you going to put? Tell us what's in there.
There's plain yogurt. There's oil, egg whites, a little bit of lemon extract, and some fresh lemon juice. Okay. And then just like flour, sugar, some lemon zest, some baking powder, a little salt.
Salt and some sugar.
And the sugar's for the top to sprinkle.
Oh, yeah, you want to granulate that on the top. I like that.
I do
like
too.
It.
I love that crispy, crunchy.
Okay, go for it. And while you're doing that, let me talk to you about my cinnamon peach cottage cheese pancakes.
Well, that
Did
sounds
you hear
wonderful.
what I said?
I know, that sounds wonderful.
This has fresh peaches grated right in the batter. Let's start, okay? Have a nice big bowl here. You want to get your griddle nice and hot, because you're going to need that. Whoops.
I think that's the whole key to making pancakes, too. If your griddle's not hot enough,
they don't do well. No, they have to brown nicely and evenly.
And I love peaches, so I cannot wait to try them.
I like blueberries, but I'm going to tell you, I so much more enjoy peaches than I do blueberries in a pancake, and I don't know why, but I do. I really do. So I have 4 eggs. Now I'm going to add some milk. This is half a cup of milk. This is cottage cheese, creamed cottage cheese, 1 cup. Just put her in there. Okay. We have some melted butter. Goes in. Everything just poured in.
Yep.
Just
Nice
kind of like
and
what you're
easy.
doing, huh?
Nice
Little
and easy.
vanilla. And then we have 2 grated peaches. Now you can use canned peaches, fresh peaches, frozen peaches. That's all there is to it. Okay? Now, you want to mix this around really well. Get it well incorporated, because this is the basis for it. Well, I'm smelling my griddle. It's smelling like it's good and hot. That's what you want. Like that. I'd put the griddle on a medium-high heat, and we're going to cover it with a little bit of just some Crisco oil, vegetable oil, which will keep them from sticking. Okay, those are done. Now my dry, this is flour, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, a little bit of baking soda, and some cinnamon. And we're going to mix those around like that. Go ahead,
Okay, I'm
Patty.
putting my
She's
berries
doing
in.
her berries, yeah. That's a generous cup of berries there.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to fold those. You don't want to rack them around and smash them up. You just want to fold them gently.
I'm being easy.
Yeah.
That's
And I'm
not,
just-
I don't do easy well.
I'm just doing my flour mixture in with that wonderful cottage cheese, the milk, the melted butter, the eggs, and
That's going to be wonderful.
peaches.
I'm looking forward to that.
my mouth is watering because, you know, there's just something about breakfast. I love to entertain for breakfast. We have friends come for breakfast a lot because I really enjoy making breakfast. Now, this isn't going to be smooth because you can see you have little bits of that cottage cheese in there, and you want that because that's going to make them so tender. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, let's work on this. Get rid of some of this stuff here. And, you okay over there,
Oh,
Patty?
yeah.
Look at the color.
And that's what I was thinking. They're going to be really pretty.
Beautiful. Okay, now, let me take my little bit of oil. I'm just going to pour that over my griddle. And I'm going to take my spatula and very easily and gently just distribute it. Now, you can do this ahead of time with a paper towel. You don't want to do it when it gets hot, though. You really don't want that to be burning you.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. There we go. Like so. Now, what I have done, get my little, what I've done here is taken a piece of parchment and put it on a baking sheet, because these are going to go into the oven, okay? Because we want to keep them good and hot until everybody gets together to eat. So you just take, this is the 4th cup, and you just lay it right out there.
Oh, you
Try to
hear it
keep-
sizzling.
Yes, sir, and that's a good sound. Okay? This is going to make maybe about 12, hopefully 10 to 12 pancakes. Now, what I haven't told you is what you serve on top of here is you can use pie filling, peach pie filling. But I made homemade pie filling, homemade peaches with frozen peaches, and it's so much better, and it's not hard to do at all. You're going to want to try that. And we're going to show you that at the end, because you serve this with some whipped cream and my peaches. Oh, yes. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait.
I know. I can't wait for these muffins. That's one of my favorite foods is muffins.
Yes.
I think it should be in its own little food
Patty,
group.
did you get 12 out of that?
Yep, got a nice 12.
Great. Boy, and see
Sprinkle
that little
on
bit of
some
sugar.
sugar.
Tell them why we're doing that on top.
Gives it a nice little crispy.
A bit of
Crust.
a crunch. Yeah, just a little bit of a crunch. And that's
It's
nice
so
because
good.
when you go to bite into it, then you know that you're going to have, there's just that little sweetness hits you before the actual muffin. That's nice.
Right.
Okay. She's going to plop those into what degree oven?
400-degree oven.
Oh, 400. That's a pretty
Yeah,
hot oven.
really hot oven for about 15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay?
Yep, no, these look
And
amazing.
while she's doing that, I'm going to start watching to see if my pancakes are just about ready to turn. And when we come back, we've got some more, plus that really interesting one I'm going to show you in just a little bit. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a minute.
If you love At Home with Arlene Williams, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have hundreds of episodes with all your favorite recipes, holidays, and friends.
Say hi to your fan club.
Hi, fan club.
And don't forget to click the bell so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, the pancakes are in the oven, and those raspberry lemon muffins,
They're done.
they're awesome. But we're still not done yet. Patty is making, these are my favorite, I call them Arlene's breakfast potatoes because I love to make them. We get the little red potatoes, and we do them in the microwave just until you can get the knife in, the tip of the knife into them. You don't want them real mushy. You don't want that because you want them to hold their shape. So we have some butter and some oil into the skillet, and we have it over a medium-high heat. And she's just coating, make sure that all the potatoes get that coating of the oil and butter. It's just a couple tablespoons of each. And this is about 2-3 pounds of potatoes because we're going to feed like 8-12 people, okay? And so she's just doing that. Now it's going to start, and she's going to increase the heat, bring it up a little bit, okay? And then she's going to add some unusual things here. Well, I think they're unusual because you don't think of them as with potatoes.
Right.
But she's going to add
Ham.
This is ham. This is fully cooked ham. And we've just cubed it like that. Very nice, very moist. That's going in there next with some onion, green pepper. These are optional. A couple cloves of garlic. And then at the very end, she's going to salt and pepper really well. And the whole key to this is just keep turning them. Just keep turning them over. Because as they brown, they just keep turning. And you don't want the garlic to burn. Nothing worse than burned garlic. We all know that. So she's going to keep doing that. And go ahead. Let's add the onions in now.
Add the onions.
And the peppers. Now you can use green onions, you can use white onions, whatever you want to do.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
I'm telling you, we make this. I can make this for supper for us.
Yeah.
Because you got some veggies in there. You have the potato, and let's do the garlic next. Okay.
My mom used to make like eggs, potatoes, and onions, which kind of reminds me of this.
My
And it's
mom
always
would
our
make this,
favorite.
and then she would crack a couple, just for like us. She'd crack eggs over top
Yeah,
of it.
that's
and
what
just
my mom would
scramble
do.
the eggs over. Oh,
And I loved it. This is my favorite.
delicious. Okay.
And throw the ham in now,
I'll
or
let them
wait?
cook just a little bit. Then we'll put that in, okay?
Okay.
And then at the very end, you can either use dill weed. We couldn't get fresh, so we used fresh basil today. I've just chopped it up. That's going to bring that flavor. You can use seasoned salt. You can use garlic, onion powder, anything.
That
That's
you
the
like.
basic, okay? Now, I told you I had an unusual thing I was going to share with you. Because if you're serving a crowd for breakfast, eggs are sometimes a problem because you want them all to get done at the same time so everybody can enjoy, especially if you're having like 10, 12, 15 people. I saw this, I've heard about this, and I've been looking for it, the recipe, and I found it, and I made my own variations. Here's what you do. You put a big, big pot of water, like that, it's on the stove, boiling water, rapidly boiling water. And you have that going. Then you take Ziploc bag, freezer Ziploc bags, and you write the name of every person who's going to be at your function on the front of it. Now, this is how many is going to be at my function because this is the crew. Everybody has a bag with their name on it. When your guests come, you have the potatoes done, you have your pancakes done. About 15 minutes before you're going to eat, you give the person, your guest, here's your bag. And then what do you do? They open the bag, like so. Now this is what I do so we don't get sloppiness here. I just turn that end over so it'll stand up, kinda. And then you're going to crack no more than 2 eggs, 2 large or 2 extra large, into each bag. And you can do that part of it ahead of time. And you can give that to them with the 2 eggs so they don't have to crack the eggs. Just like that. Now, you say here. Then you have all of these different things. We have green pepper, jalapeno peppers. We have ham, fresh tomatoes, we have onion, we have bacon bits, salsa, 2 kinds of cheeses, and cooked sausage. You can have any variety. You can have olives, you could have mushrooms, you could have cooked, any kind of cooked vegetables, okay? You have 2 eggs in here. You want to mash them up a little bit. We're going to put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, like that, okay? And you want to get them all mashed up. Make sure you break the yolks. Now, what's your pleasure? I'll put a little bit of that in there. I'll put a little cheese. And let everybody make their own omelets. They like just a cheese omelet, load them up with a lot of cheese. If you want a little bit of onion in there, I think I will. Put some onion in there, okay? I love this. This is so much fun. Little bit of green peppers in there. Can you imagine kids making these?
Oh, they'd love it.
What fun. If you have kids having a birthday party or something, they have a sleepover, this is great. Now, when it's done, every person takes their bag, zips it up. Whoops, sorry. You got to get all the air out of it. That's important. Zip it up. Now you want to mix it up like that. What you're going to do when you get 6 or 7 of them, because you can only do 6 or 7 at a time, you're going to take these bags, drop them in the boiling water that's right there on the stove, rapidly boiling. Set your timer for 13 minutes. 13 minutes. At the end of 13 minutes, you take them out, and when you open them up and open the bag, out rolls the nicest omelet you'd ever want to see. Hot, melted, the cheese melted, you got the goodies in there, and you got your potatoes and everything else that you're having for your meal. Oh my goodness, what's not to like? That's what I call a surprise. Is that neat or what? I'm so excited about that.
Too.
Everybody's going to love it, and I know that you're going to want to try it when you have you're entertaining for either breakfast or you're entertaining with kids that need something to do, like a project besides just staying there all night driving you nuts. Let them say, okay, tomorrow morning we're going to have a really unusual breakfast and you're going to be helping. 13 minutes. If you have more than 6 or 7 people, do 2 pots of water, fill it up, get it rapidly boiling, rapid boiling. And because that's the key, because that's what's going to cook everything that's in here. Make sure all your meats are cooked. The bacon's cooked, the sausage is cooked, the ham is cooked. I would even, if I did mushrooms, I'd probably saute them a little bit just because I think that flavor would be better. Yeah, you don't want anything watery. Put salsa in it, mix up the cheeses, olives, use your imagination. Cooked broccoli, cooked cauliflower, just make it little pieces of all those vegetables. Celery, whatever you like can go into an omelet. It's as easy as this, okay? Well, Patty, did you get the ham in there? Let's put the ham in. Okay, ham's going in. Yep. Now let's turn that up as high as she'll go. Okay. Because right now what we want to do is just to brown up everything. Get it good and brown. Did you salt and pepper it yet?
Yeah, I put a little salt and pepper on it.
Okay.
There you go. High as it'll go.
Okay, high as it'll go. Okay, I think what I'd like to do here is add a little bit more pepper. Okay. Because we wanted some taste to it. And did you put much salt?
I just put a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay, this is sea salt. Kosher sea salt. So we're going to add a little bit extra because remember, these are potatoes. All right? And just keep moving that around, moving it around. Mm-hmm. While she's moving it around, we're going to move around because we're going to start cooking our omelets. When we come back, we're going to be in the dining room having breakfast. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a minute. Here's how you can get the recipes from today, in fact, this whole month, right here on At Home.
To get all the recipes from today's show, plus hundreds of others, just click the link in the video description or visit our website, ctvn.org/athome.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the program, us putting it together today, because we've had a lot of fun, and we want to show you the fruits of our labors. First of all, down here, let's go to the potatoes and the ham, and there's basil, there's onion. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. You can put a little sour cream with that. That goes very nicely. Right next to it, there's our peach cottage cheese, cinnamon flavored pancakes. They are awesome. And there's the filling that I made there with a spoon in the middle of that. And what you want to do, you want to serve one of those on a plate. You put your peaches on it and then a little dollop of whipped cream. Or you could use maple syrup, whatever you like. Next to it is the raspberry lemon muffins with fresh raspberries in. Boy, they look good. And that little bit of sugar on top gives them a glistening. They look really, really nice. And we just did some other biscuits because, you know, this crowd's going to eat biscuits. We added fresh fruit. We had some orange juice, some fresh coffee. And I know you're wanting to see these, okay? This is it. This is the omelet that we made. I want you to see how that's cooked. I'm going to cut the bag open, just like this. And remember, you want that to go back, thanks honey, you want that to go back to a boil after you put them in before you start counting your 13 minutes. And when you're done, I think these could have cooked just a little bit longer, but when you're done, here comes your omelet. And I'm telling you, everything you put in that bag is in this bag. Here comes the omelet right out onto your plate. Come on out here, you. Here it comes.
That looks good.
I'm telling you. But look how beautifully cooked the egg is. Perfect. You're going to want to try this. Thanks for joining us because it just wouldn't be the same without you. We'll see you next time, family.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.